So what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today's one's going to be a wee bit of a short one because I just want to sort of show off some of the wee young birds and stuff, but I think you guys know about what happened to them two young ones. I said in the video that them two young ones ended up passing away, but there's two wee young ones there. Don't want to mess about them because it is a wee bit cold. Two eggs here, nothing there. Let's come up. Now this is a surprise to me, like a lot. I got a checkered out of that hen and that cardboard, so it's gonna be a for sure wee keeper. It looks like a checkered, but it might just end up being a wee something else, but yeah, not too sure really, but I would call that a smoky checkered. Now we want to get back in the nest. There you go. Haven't got to really clean the wee things there yet, but I took out the deep bedding sort of thing, and then there's this new stuff there. It's basically like the pigeon grit, but it's like a sandy gritty substrate that you can put in your pigeon lofts. I'm gonna give that a try, so I am. Now you misses off, and then of course our lucky wee white one. Now you come over here. Our lucky wee white one. Lovely wee bird, that one. I'm gonna put a green ring, a wee green plastic ring on him, and the reason for it is because he might be, or she might be, a carrier of the red. So I'm going to be watching that one. I'm definitely going to be breeding that next year. Now, this lovely hen is sitting on 2 eggs still. 2 eggs. And then this hen is still sitting on 2 eggs. That's the Peter pair. Now, to my favourite one out of the full young ones is this wee guy here. Just look at how nice of a wee young one that is. A wee, I would say it's a wee, I thought at the start it's a black pied, but you can see the wee bars, so it's definitely not a black pied. It's maybe like a smoky blue pied, not too sure. But yeah, lovely wee pigeon, that one. Now, to over here, she's still sitting on 1 egg. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Now, hens here, cocks here, sitting on 2 eggs. Now these ones, I'm really interested to see how these two turn out. They're young ones, because that's the cardboard that sort of like stands up straight, sort of thing, and you know, does a wee shake of his head, sort of thing. He's more like an exhibition fantail. That's why I'm interested to see how them ones turn out. This cardboard shouldn't be in here. He should be over here with his hen, but whatever. Now there's 2 lovely wee young ones in here actually. It's just I have no clue what type of colorations these guys are. As you can see, where should I set them? I'll set them out in the area here. Now, come on you guys, move. Now, as you can see, this one's gonna be some type of a grizzle. It's gonna be like its wee mummy, which is over there. Now, I have no clue what colour that one's gonna be, because it has a lovely wee pattern on it. As you can see, there's a wee lovely wee pattern on the wing. And I have no clue what colour this guy's gonna be. It has a wee bit of brown on the head. And it's the same with that one as well. Not too sure what colour these 2 are going to be. These 2 are the 2 that I have no clue, you know, what coloration they'll even end up being. Because the mummy of them is there, and then the father of them is there. So I have no clue. Oh, and going down, one Mookie, and oh, no Mookie there. Yeah, that's true. Mookie hen ended up getting out when I was cleaning them out, and she's been missing. So today at 4:05, she's gonna be missing. It's gonna be 3 days that she's missing. So yeah, she's been missing. But what I was even thinking about getting rid of my pooters. And I was thinking about getting rid of that Mookie Cockbird anyway, so it's not like a thing that I wanted to really keep him. I was going to get rid of him with the hen and then the 2 young ones. But yeah, anyway, that's what's really happened. Now, what I've noticed is I can actually store things up here. So what I'll be doing is I'll be bringing over a couple of things and then just set them up here, just so they're in here. I have a few 2021 rings here. I still need to order. I haven't got to really ordering my 2022 young fantail rings, because I still haven't debated about will I be keeping the fantails really next year. But I don't know, because I was also thinking about getting, like, the number one thing that I would really like to get are Arabian high flyers. They're like Mookies basically, but they fly class, like they're absolutely gorgeous birds. Them there, or the Pakistani high flyers, or Birmingham rollers maybe. Get a good kit of them there, flying about, maybe 20, from 20 up to 30 birds flying at once. Or tipplers, maybe high flying tipplers. Or I was even thinking about getting coloured racing pigeons. Now I have 5, things to pick from. The fantails are going to be staying. It's just these fantails might be going over into the other shed, but I will, if they're going over to the other shed, I would definitely need to cut back on their numbers, because as soon as they start breeding, there's not going to be enough space for all the young ones to be in there with them. So I still don't know what I should do. If you guys think I should go back into Homer pigeons, to be honest, I don't really want to go back into racing pigeons, like coloured racing pigeons. And if I would go back, I will not be racing them. So I seriously don't have a clue what to do yet. But I was honestly thinking about just keeping the fantails, bringing their number up to 20. 20 cocks and 20 hens, and having this as the breeding loft. There's a big aviary getting put on it, but the aviary is going to have a roof and 2 sides, and then they're only going to have that front section which will be opened, and then one of these here will always be closed like that, and that's going to be their in and out way. I've been doing it like this because there's loads of wind. I need to block off this, because the other night it was really windy and like the wind was just coming in. I closed these 2 up like that, and like the wind was still coming in through here, and I have bad experience with the drought and the wind with pigeons, because that's how my Birmingham rollers died, because they were put into that wee kit box with a big large door on it, and the wind went into the box. Basically it's like the same from here. Wind goes in the box, turns and turns and turns and turns, and I could maybe get out, but it might not be able to get out, sort of thing. And the pigeons are in that drought, and it's honestly not good for the pigeons. And I've only now I know it, because I made that stupid mistake of putting pigeons in a small kit box with a large wire door on it, and the wind was going in, and I was just circulating around and basically getting them cold. But anyway, less talking. I took off the breeding, the wee cage from here, and where was it? It was from here. Now, I'm gonna be blocking off my bottom ones, but I'm gonna be killing the eggs from the pooter pair, because I'm not too sure if they're gonna be any good in this lot for me. I'm after a pigeon that has feathery feet and that maybe blows up, which are the only breed that's out there for me would be the Pomeranian poodles. But I've heard, and I was told by multiple people, that number one bad thing about them, they eat too much, they end up sauerkraut and they're dead in the bin. Feet gets really dirty really quickly. Plus, they're a huge bird and they sort of need to be kept on their own because all the other birds shite on them and stuff like that. And there's basically, you can name a load of stuff, but I'm not going to sit here naming different things and saying things that might not be true. But anyway, I was thinking about getting them, but I just decided, do you know what? I'm going to stick with these fantails. I might end up getting a pair of American show racers, but I'm still not too sure if it's going to be a good idea for me to get them. But yeah, everyone in here is in pairs now. That's a cockbird. That's a hen 100%. She's just still young. But basically, just by looking at her, I can tell she's a wee hen. But if she turns out being a cockbird, then I don't know, what's up. But yeah, everyone's in pairs except the Mookie. But we'll not count. Let's think about it in a way that the Mookie isn't in the loft, and my Pomeranian, what am I going on about? My horseman poodles aren't in the loft. But all my fantails are now in pairs. That's a young cock, that's a young hen. In my opinion, that's a hen, but yeah, anyway. So they're all in pairs. Now, all these young ones that you see here will all be getting kept back. I won't be getting rid of them at all. Especially if I get wee nice boot ones from that wee hen. Now, the way I set a wee project to try and pair them two up? Yeah, well, they have actually paired up, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now, because I've paired them up in a way, because look at that huge tail that cockbird has. She has a smaller, shorter tail, somewhat. It's not as long. And the young ones will hopefully get... Now, you need to come out of here, because you think that's your box, when it's not. But yeah, these two are paired up nicely. And I'm hoping she brings the boots over to their young ones, and he brings the bigger tail over to her. And I'm honestly hoping that the young ones will end up looking half decent. But yeah, I'm also thinking about getting a few pairs of Indian fantails. But I seriously don't know what the breed what breeds I should go into, because my dad was saying to me, why not make all these with wire fronts on them, and then you can buy one pair of garden fantails, one pair of Indian fantails, one pair of Birmingham rollers, one pair of Chinese owls, and you can have 20 different breeds in the loft, and you would only need to let them out. He said to me, as soon as they pair up in their box and they're paired up, they will always go back into each other. They won't go into the other box and start messing about with them. It's just, because my dad's seen the boxes and he said, it's actually a very good idea. But he said to me, why not get a few pairs of good trumpeters, a couple of good Indian fantails, lock them up in their boxes and get them breeding, sort of thing. Because my friend does the exact same thing, but he has a much smaller box and his trumpeters are fine in it, and they're so clean. I was asking him, how does he keep them so clean? And he said to me, well, he has them on shavings, but the shavings get taken out every single day. Or he would sometimes put in sand, and he said the sand works the best. But he said to me, it's not good if the sand is wet, because as soon as the sand is wet, it can basically form diseases really quickly. Now, I'm not too sure if that's true, but that's what he said to me, that the sand, when it's wet, it could form diseases and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm going to be coming in here today and giving that wall a good wee wash down with a wee bucket of water and maybe a soapy sponge, and then get that there nicely cleaned off. This side as well, and so will this side, and the door as well. Now, yeah, let me just, oh yes, I know why number 12's here. I sold a hen. Oh, the Mookie hen and a Mookie cock. Sold that pair on the same day. She she ended uh she ended up getting out the Mookie hen for that cockbird, and yeah, that's how I ended up losing her. But anyway, Avery build might be coming. Now, it's just one thing I need to ask you guys is, do you want to see a big Avery on my loft, or should I get a couple of more fantails in this loft? In my opinion, what I really want to do is get a few, I want to get a good Avery on it. And then from there on, I can, start bringing stock numbers up. But I will not be going over. I'm looking to have like 35 stock birds in here, or 36 actually, because then if I have 35, they're not going to be all in pairs. But I was thinking about blocking the bottom row off and then having these 3 rows or 4 rows actually as a breeding sort of thing, and yeah, really that's what I've been thinking about doing. But as I said to you guys, I'm still not too sure what would be the best solution for me to do in here. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for today's one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.